What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Schrishzen Thoughts. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to anybody new coming across this channel. Comments and feedback are always welcome, so if you like what you hear, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, that way you know when I actually post things, especially since it's very sporadic usually. So, I listened to a convo last week from Carlos Malave. I'll link his channel underneath. And in it, he had spoken about a point where his wife had stated to him basically that she didn't have her father in her life, and rather than that having a negative effect on her, she looked at it as it might be more of a positive effect because of the fact that if he was in her life, he might have done more destruction than good. And this had led me to think of a convo I had with a client at work. It was a short one, so I didn't really go deep into what the kid was saying to me. But he was stating to me, oh, I haven't had my mom in my life. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I can see how that might mess up. But everything he was describing about his mom, in my head it was like she would have been terrible to have had in your life anyway. To sit around and see to watch a drug-addicted person be a drug-addicted person, I think would have more of a negative effect than just not being around. So in my head, I was like, well, and I had said to him, I was like, it sounds like it wasn't exactly the worst thing in the world that your mom wasn't in your life. I'm like, yes, you missed out on the nurturing aspect that tends to come with women, but you might not have even gotten that from her, based off how you're describing her. It's like it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still better to have both parents for the development of a child. Granted, it comes in with the context of it being, I'll say, fit parents, just to keep it simple. But sometimes not necessarily having both parents in your life isn't bad, because of the fact that one of the parents that were there, if you're not fit to be there, you're not going to have a positive effect on the life that you're trying to raise. If you don't know how to express yourself and control yourself, then teaching that behavior to a developing child is not exactly something that I would call ideal or best for that child. So maybe you not being there isn't a bad thing. This is an interesting perspective that I had come to the conclusion of listening to that kid talk, and then a couple weeks later I hear this conversation, and it's mentioned coming from the dude's wife. So, something to think about. It's interesting, at least to me. Hope you have a good one. Peace.